and the impact on how exactly do we impact our clients' lives through the quality and the services that we provide. I've been catching up with a lot of friends recently, people I haven't seen in a while, and they've been asking me a lot of funny questions. They've been saying like, where do I point it?
This way? She got to point this way?
This way.
Oh, okay. It's this way. I was holding it. Oh, this way. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So they've been asking me things like, well, you didn't study finance, right? Or how is Primerica different from other companies? Are you even happy? And then my favorite one they asked me, are you even a CPA? Oh, right. Okay. And to better answer some of these questions, I want to talk about actually my experience from last week, how our appointments went with my team and I. So again, like Danny mentioned earlier, we had gone to see a lot of his family members. So we went to go see his aunt, and his aunt, actually she didn't have her policies papers with her. She couldn't find them, and her English wasn't that great to like speak on the phone and like get that information. And so what we were like, we said, okay, we'll get on the phone and we'll talk to them with you. So we got on the phone, we were on hold for like a while, and then finally we get a hold of somebody. And so what are some good questions to ask, right, if you're trying to find out more information? First of all, you want to ask, well, what kind of policy is it, right? Is it a whole life? Is it a VUL? Is it an IUL? And then you want to ask things like, when was the policy issue date? What is the current monthly premium? What is the current cash value? What is the surrender value or surrender charge? Those are some really important questions you want to ask. And then we also ask them, oh, where can we find the policy paper? Because we want to see the full details. Like, is there a portal we can go on to? Can you have it mailed to us? And they're like, oh, actually, you have to pay a fee. And I was like, we have to pay a fee to see our own policy? And so, even though we didn't get the full details, again, you don't always need the full details as long as you ask the right questions, right? You can still figure out if it's a good policy or not. And so with the information we were able to retrieve, this is what we got. So it's an IUL, $200,000 in coverage, issued about 5 years ago, paying $500 a month. The cash value to date is $19,000, but if she decides to cancel it or surrender it, right, there's a charge of $7,000, so what's left is $11,000. But she paid $27,000.
Oh.
That's $16,000 down the drain in 5 years. So what did we do? We replaced it. We applied for a 20-year term, $500,000. That's double the coverage for half the amount, and then we're investing the rest, right? Buy term and invest the difference. That's our concept with Primerica. Buy term and invest the difference into herself rather than the insurance company. So to answer that first question that my friend had asked me, how is Primerica different from other companies? So let me take you back to the grocery store, right? Okay. Are you going to go buy M&Ms or are you going to go buy Nutters? Same thing with Primerica. We are not the cheapest company, but we are competitive. So what exactly are we competing on? We're competing on the quality and the service of our products, right? Okay? We are competing on the quality. Remember that. If I am talking to a client, right, and we're on the phone, we're calling a phone number to talk about a policy, well, Primerica is not a 1-800 number. We are a 703 area code. We are not going to put you on hold for 45 minutes. If you want to see the policy, right, here's the email link, the website, and the PDF to view it. It's as simple as that. You don't need to pay no fee, okay? How do we show our clients that we care for them? What do? I text and I call them and I let them know, hey, you can call me at any time of the day except for when I am sleeping, which is never. So you can call me at any time of the day. And to answer that second question, are you happy? Well, to respond to that, I want to share the end of our conversation from the appointment that my team and I went on last week. So at the end of the training appointment, I said, well, thank you to Danny's aunt. I said, thank you for having this appointment with us, for going on this training meeting with Danny, because if you didn't believe in Danny, if you didn't believe in us, if you didn't believe in our company, then we would have never had the opportunity to talk to you about your situation today, right? We wouldn't have had that opportunity to fix what you had going on. So So thank you for your time. And what she said to me was, well, you know, I'm getting in my 60s, I'm getting older now, and honestly, this was such a whole hassle. Like, I don't want to have to apply for something new. I don't want to have to cancel something else. I don't have to do the medical exam and all the policy, like, papers and everything. That's so much. I didn't want to do it. But you guys were able to explain everything to me so efficiently and slowly and thoroughly for me to understand that this was an obvious decision. So thank you. And that really stuck to me because I was like, wow, we were able to impact someone enough that not only were we able to help her, but then we also did the application for her husband and her son in the same day, 3 applications in one day. And so when people ask me, are you happy? It's like, well, look at what we did. Of course I'm happy, right? But you gotta remember that that wouldn't have been possible if we didn't put in that effort to make that connection and establish that trust. So I encourage everyone today, when you are going to set your appointments, you wanna make sure that you're making those connections, right? Initiating those interactions, developing that trust so that you can also make memorable moments like that. And so to end my presentation, I'd like to end on this sentence right here. Every interaction that you make in your life is an opportunity to make a positive impact. Whether that interaction is a smile, a handshake, a conversation, or service. That's all. Thank you.